What is up, guys? It's I Lead the Pack, bringing you a Photoshop tutorial today. Um, Today we're just going to be going over the basics of Photoshop for all of you that want to learn graphics design or are kind of intermediate graphic designers or just starting. I'm going to be going over the basic. If you want more advanced tutorials, stay tuned. I will be posting more of those later on my channel. Or if you just don't want to wait, I will post a link to my GFX, um, my graphics design teacher at my school. He has a website, tons of good tutorials where I learned from him. So I will post his website in the description so you guys can go check it out and learn some stuff from him. But so first off, we're going to start off with file. You're going to go here, file, new. One second, let me get my keyboard here. You're going to go file, new, and you're just going to click new, and what this little thing is going to pop up right here. It's going to have name. You can just name whatever. I'm just going to name it tutorial. And then we're going to have width. If you're doing a YouTube, I would use, if you're just starting off for YouTube, I would start off with a template. But if you're doing a wallpaper for your computer, you need to find the size of your computer screen and do it the size of your computer screen. I'm using the Max at my school. I'm using their resolution, so 2560 by 1450. You want to make sure you always have pixels checked. Pixels, you need that checked right there. Resolution, I always put it up to 300. Personally, it's just preference choice. Resolution is just the higher resolution you are, the better quality your design is going to be. This doesn't really matter. I usually either go wide or transparent, but for now I'm just gonna go transparent. You don't want to mess with this. Don't mess with this either. And see, you have an image size right here, and you just want to click OK. Now, once this loads, you will get a screen, just a blank screen. Let's let it load. It's thinking. All right, it's loaded. So you will get a blank screen. Now, first of all, I'm just gonna clarify. Here's the layer area down in this corner. And when you put a picture in Photoshop, it's automatically going to lock the picture. So usually there's going to be a lock right here when you put it in Photoshop. So if there is, all you have to do is just click the lock and drag it to the trash can, and it automatically deletes it, and you unlocks the layer for you, so you can mess around with the layer. Today we're going to be doing some basic stuff. So first off, I'm just going to show you the tools. Up here we have the selection tool, which you can move stuff around. This is the box tool, I believe, rectangular marquee tool, which creates a box and you can just mess around with that. I use it to delete like slogans and all that stuff, and that's gonna be on in a later tutorial. We have the lasso tool, which you don't really mess with. This comes in handy when you're trying to get objects from trying to get a specific object from a variety of backgrounds. So say if I have a person and the person's in a mall and there's tons of people behind the person in the mall, you would want to use this so that way it doesn't get all cluttered. This is just your crop tool. This is I have no idea what this is. I've never used it before. This is your brush tool. You can just mess around with this. Different settings. Different settings are up here. If you turn the hardness down to 0%, as you can see, it gets really cool looking edges, like dimmed and all that stuff. But if you turn the hardness up, you get a nice looking paint right there. Right here, there's just different little painting stuff you can do. You can mess around with. You can install your own paint stuff. I'll be doing that in a later tutorial. So that's just the paint tool. This right here is the magic eraser, which I use a lot. You have the eraser, which I don't really use. You have the background eraser, which I don't use either. But magic eraser tool I use a lot. So say for example, let's just open up GFX pack right here. Let's grab a quick picture. Let's go. Let's just click a random picture. Space stocks. let's see. Let's just grab. No, that's a bad example. Let's see. Let's grab. Need to find a good picture. Okay. Let me find a good picture so I can show you guys what the magic eraser tool does. So let's see, banners. All right. Let's see. There we go. Let's just go to textures right here, and we're just gonna drag this in right here. So what the magic eraser does is it takes the background. So I have this background here. Now say I have a person right here, and the person's in the background. The background is on this right here. So what you want to do is you want to go magic eraser tool right here, and you want to click on the part you want, and just click on it. And if this comes up, that just means it needs to rasterize it, so it needs to convert it to a file that it can actually understand, so it can do the stuff on it. So you click OK, and then you just click on the area you want, and boom, while it's loading, it deletes the background, the closest background. So as you can see, it didn't delete the letters because the letters is a completely different color from the background. So it separates the colors that are similar together. It deletes them that are near each other, and the ones that are opposite colors, it stays on the background. So that's the magic eraser tool. That's what I would suggest using for normal, just if you're a beginner for Photoshop. That's what I suggest using for deleting backgrounds. It takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it because it will help you a lot. Right here we have the bucket tool, which everybody knows. If you have paint, everybody knows. Right here we have the gradient tool, and for this tool you just pick a color you want on the color wheel down here. For the color wheel, you just click on the color wheel. You pick a color you want. So say I'm just gonna pick this color right here, and you're gonna go up here to the settings, and right here you have tons of settings. You have teal to white, your color to white. You have your color to gray and black, your color to white, and then you have stuff, just different stuff right here that you can mess around with, different colors and everything. So I'm just gonna show you this real fast. So you have the gradient tool right here, and see, it just puts a gradient over it, as you can see. Nice, decent looking gradient. And that would look better if there was something behind it, but that's a nice, decent little gradient. Here we have where's the smudge tool? Right here we have the smudge tool. I just learned this the other day. This is a nice tool. What this tool does, it takes your background and it smudges the edges to make it look like they're moving or something. So you can use this tool when you're trying to make an image look like it's actually moving forward or backwards or being stretched. As you can see right here, you can see just a little bit that I'm smudging the edges just a little bit, but you guys can mess around with that. Here we have the classic old text tool, which is just blah 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 blah. Just type in text, and there's your text right there, and you just click. If you want to get out of the text, you just click up here. So you just go to text, boom, type whatever you want. Type in I am a boss. And then if you want to get out of text, click up here, and boom. And there you go, that's your text. Let's see. And then you have this selector tool, which I don't use at all. You have your special shapes. You have the rectangular tool you can choose. If you want to get into any of these, you just click on the object, and you click and hold down. And then you have the rectangle tool up here, which I like. You have the rounded rectangular tool, which is just the rounded edges. You have an ellipse tool, which is a circle. You have a polygon, which is a polygon. You have the line tool, and you have the custom shape tool. The custom shape tool, the shapes are up here, next to here, and you can choose from a variety of different built-in stuff in Photoshop. Just different shapes you can mess around with. You can just go here, boom, just mess around with these shapes. And then you have, that's pretty much it for this bar right here. Anything other than this, do not mess with. It will not help you at all. Here's the zoom in tool. I think all you guys would be able to figure that out. That's the zoom in tool. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the transform area. So if you want, say I wanted this star right here to make it bigger, or I wanted to